Imagine he's in a well.
You know about In a Well, Andy?
He's really talented.
It's just a lot of percussion.
I mean, I do like it. I like the sort of...
He's in a well. He's definitely in a well.
Yeah.
He's got his little
Someone
MIDI
needs to
machine down
save
there
him.
with him. Why did he fall down there with his MIDI machine?
Are we being hypnotized right now? I feel like we're in that Willy Wonka tunnel where the colors are all changing.
Yeah.
There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going.
Is this 8 minutes? Okay, it's fading out. And coming back.
There's like a 10-minute fade out, and then it comes back for a little bit, and then it fades out for about 3 seconds.
I mean,
Wow.
look, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like when you're watching a movie about the future and music from the future is playing in like
That's
a
in a
bar.
bar, like
yeah,
a loud
that's
bar,
yeah, that's the representation.
All the
of
drinks
the,
are
of the
blue and there's
future.
smoke coming out.
Yeah.
And this guy-
Yeah, and there's like girls in cages that are like dancing like to the music.
That was a deleted Kubrick scene. That's
Yeah,
what this
that's
was.
what
It was a
yeah.
deleted scene from Total Recall where Arnold goes into a club.
While the Valley Cast is
Dude,
playing.
Total Recall is bonkers.
That movie's amazing.
It's bonkers.
It's so crazy,
I
but
love
it's
it
so fun.
much. I love it so much.
That's like peak pinnacle awesome sci-fi shit. Have you seen
Let's
that?
let's get into. Okay, hold on. Let's get into the podcast. Let's introduce who's here
We're
with
doing
us.
a podcast.
and then
This is a podcast?
and then let's jump into Total Recall, which I'll just take as my topic.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
here we go. Guys, welcome to the Valley Cast. That
Hello.
intro
Hi.
was sent to us by Ace Lanson, and it's
you.
called the
I'm
Valley.
in a well.
It's called the Valley Cast intro. Me and a drum machine. So thank
In a
you for
well.
that. Very
In a well,
creative,
yeah.
very wonderful. Thank you. So today we have a very special guest.
Special guest.
One Mr. Nicholas Hamilton.
Hey, it's me. How you doing? How are we all doing? Are we doing good?
It's so good to see you, man.
Oh, it's
Nick,
so good to see you guys.
welcome back to, well, not back, but
Appreciate it.
Welcome back
to
to
hanging
us.
out with us.
Yeah.
Welcome back to us.
Just to you as a group.
It's
Yes.
been
Yes.
We-
I appreciate
6
it.
months.
We went to the top of the world together,
We did.
you and I, as well as Lee and Joe and Steve.
We were
Yeah,
all
we
there.
were all there.
We were all,
Yeah.
and
No, yeah, we were there, for
We
sure.
we looked down at the masses of Toronto. What was that place called?
CN Tower.
The CN Tower.
CN Tower. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice work remembering that. You've got that young brain.
You've got one of those young brains.
Yeah, it doesn't last long. So
I got
you'll-
it for
you'll
my
be fine.
birthday.
Yeah. Careful with how you use that one.
Yeah, man, it can get you in trouble.
Hey,
Yeah. Take care of that one.
Yeah.
Mine's full of whatever was in McDonald's French fries in the 80s and
Beef tallow.
whatever
Yeah, it was. Thank you, Malcolm.
and whatever terrible shit came out of a television that had like a tube ray in
Beef
it.
tallow.
Beef tallow. BT.
Scientists confirm old cathode ray tube TVs were shooting beef tallow rays.
Your kids were being blasted with beef tallow for years.
from everything. They're
Why
tiny
kids
radios.
were more delicious back then.
That little toy radio. That is why children
Kids
were more
tasted it.
delicious.
Don't let your kids eat lead paint. It's filled beef tallow.
This is podcast from the Valley Folk where we all bring topics. Did you have? You don't have to.
Wait,
bring
I just want to
anything,
say
but-
really quick for
yeah.
people who are like, who is this man
Yes,
who's on
true,
this
That's
podcast?
true.
Great call.
Not many people know Nicholas Hamilton.
No, not many people at all. I
Yeah.
don't know who you are.
But those
still.
who do,
That's a very
No
good
one
point.
knows who you are.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Everybody loves you.
That's
and
a
you're-
new segment on our show.
Nobody
one
knows who you are.
Nobody knows who you are. So Nick Hamilton is he plays Bowers, the Bowers bully,
The bad boy.
the bad boy
bad
in the
boy
It
in
Bad,
movies.
bad boy Bowers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad boy Bowers.
the mullet.
Henry Bowers.
Yeah, the one with the mullet. That's I have to say that every time.
Yeah.
The one with the mullet.
and
That
then
is the
people
one
get
with the
it.
mullet.
Then
Right.
people understand.
the leader.
The script
of that,
actually said one with the mullet.
Yeah, I will say I love that movie. The only that was not a subtle mullet. That was like this
oh,
guy
but it
has
was
a
so
mullet.
good.
It was
Dude, but
We
you,
all know that kid who had that mullet. Who,
for
if you were,
sure.
if you remember, like that.
That was
era,
a
yeah, but
mullet.
like, can I be
people
honest?
had that.
Every mullet I've ever seen in any movie has always looked kind of gross to me.
just shaggy.
It's always looked gross to me.
Where are you going with this, buddy?
But when Nick wore it, it like looked good.
You don't have to do that
Just
to
pure
Nick
sex.
on this podcast.
I'm
you
just
don't
saying.
have to do that.
I'm just saying.
You don't have to placate.
No,
to
I'm
Nick and his-
serious. I'm serious.
it.
It,
You know,
looked,
Yeah,
it
keep
looked
going.
good.
Mullets kind of like I got a weird like I don't know where I stand on them. I grew up hating them. Obviously, like the mullet you wear is obviously in that film is
meant to be
it's horrifying.
hated.
Yeah, it's
the
You
scary
really
part
think
of the
it's
film.
horrifying? I
But,
think it
well,
looks
here's the thing.
perfect for the
mullets,
character.
Mullets, I feel like have kind of evolved a little bit over the past like 15 years, where now it's kind of like if you have a mullet like
Well, of
all the way
course,
down, and then
humanity has evolved.
your sides are shaved, and you have a little bit. Like I follow this account that's like Sergeant Baby Button or something, and it's basically an English bulldog that has this adorable
Mullet?
kid next to it.
Sergeant Baby,
Baby Button.
I'll find it. Hang on.
Fuck, man.
But
Baby
you know what I'm
beef
talking about? Like
tallow.
mullets got kind of cool. I would like Theo
I don't.
Vaughn. Do you know who Theo Vaughn is?
Yeah.
He has got a cool looking mullet.
I don't know.
I heavily disagree. I think
Yeah,
it's a
man.
bad. I think it's a bad idea for
I
anyone to do.
think I honestly think that the way a mullet looks good based on the length of your neck.
Sure.
I think that is a big factor in what makes a
Yeah.
mullet look good.
Thickness, I think thickness helps too.
Yeah.
Thickness of your neck.
Thickness and length,
Yeah.
and that's those are my thickness and length are my
my criteria.
preferences.
my criteria.
And if
That's
you want to
how
use that clip,
I figure out what I like.
I really wanted to find this, but I'm not
That's
going
okay.
to. But the baby's
Well,
so cute.
okay.
It's like a anyway. Yeah, whatever.
So anyway,
Sorry.
you're also in very many other things.
yeah,
but
yeah, that too.
but we love it so much,
Oh,
and you're so good, and you're so fucking terrifying in the movie
Yep.
too,
Yeah.
which is so good. That scraping around in the leaves for when he's looking for the blade, and he's like,
dad's
"God,
blade."
get him!" And your eyes have tears,
man.
and it's like, holy shit.
It's
this
also
kid's
like
scary.
now having known Nick for about 7 years. When I see the film, it doesn't. I still don't feel like I'm.
You were there when he was
watching-
born.
I was there when he was born, and yeah, I still I don't feel like I'm watching Nick. I'm still like, oh yeah, no, that's Henry Bowers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Which
man.
speaks also to just like the Andy.
Well, because Henry Bowers is a real piece of shit, and Nick
Yeah.
is a
I
great
mean,
guy.
Henry Bowers is
Well, yeah, there's
misunderstood.
differences.
I mean,
but I don't feel like it's Nick playing a role. Like if I watch like some movies, you like watch the person like, oh well, that's that character or actor playing a.
you know
person.
what? Henry Bowers needed therapy. That's it. He just needed therapy.
He was
needed a-
misunderstood. is
yeah,
what he was.
misunderstood, and he
Yeah.
needed therapy.
He needed a hug.
Misunderstood.
He
Well,
needed a-
I
he
don't
needed
know about a hug.
A mental
I mean,
hug.
a hug might have
A
helped.
mental hug.
A therapy hug.
You weren't gonna get a hug out of Henry Bowers though, unless you were like alone.
He couldn't
with
receive
him.
it. He couldn't receive it. He wouldn't know how to
I
receive
mean,
it.
he wouldn't receive it in public. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the book goes further into his physical contact.
Yeah,
That's
the book
true, it
is messing up.
does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in a sort of a more explicit way than anyone would want ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like actually
yeah.
not necessary.
Just
even.
really unnecessary. I mean, I love Mr. King,
Of course.
but yeah,
The legend,
Who doesn't?
the
Yeah, but
legend
no,
of
it's-
that book.
His books for me are known for. I read a fair amount of his stuff, and they're definitely always known for just reading it very pleasant. It's very like it flows really well, and then out of nowhere he'll be like, and then her eyeball popped out and blood gushed down her face, and it dripped.
17 people had sex with the hole.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And
That's
it's
I
just sort of
love
what
it.
it
I
is.
think it's just like incredibly creative and descriptive, and,
Yeah.
and King has
Oh, I
always been
love him, yeah.
perfect at that. Like he just you keep falling down this well of like really well written shit, and then it's like so dark, and you're like, how the fuck can
like
a
macabre.
human
Yeah.
write
Yeah.
that?
Does he's got to hold the record, and we could look it up. And you got a Googs in front of you. Does he
I'll
hold the
Goog it.
record for most literary adaptations to film or television? He has to,
Ooh, that's an interesting
because
question.
everything he's ever wrote has been
well,
Let-
yeah.
let me
Who else
find
could
out.
you
Do a
who else could you possibly
author.
think of?
like Crichton. Maybe he's close.
Yeah.
A lot of Crichton.
I think he's got it down.
Crichton's up there for sure.
Jesus
Yeah.
and the Bible.
Yeah, Nicholas.
Okay, here we go. The
You know
living.
what? Let's pray.
Jonathan Jesus' Bible. Have
Let's
you read
pray
it?
on it. Let's pray
Jonathan
on it.
Jesus.
Have you read
Jonathan
Jonathan
Jesus?
Jesus'
The
Bible?
living,
Jesus was in the
the
Bible.
living authors with the most film adaptations.
There's King.
King is in there.
You
Yeah.
guys all owe me $1.
He's the man. He's got the biggest face.
He's
in this
got to, right?
article.
Yes, Stephen King.
The biggest face?
Just a
Yeah.
lot of faces, and he has the biggest one.
He
Yeah.
has a very big
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, and,
Well,
it's,
no.
and it's yeah, it's 34.
Yeah.
He has 34 film
Crazy.
adaptations.
And
That's
the biggest
insane.
one being not even a horror movie.
The next highest is
Yeah.
is
Stand by Me. you're talking about?
No, that'd be the second. Shawshank.
Green
He's a-
Mile.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
Green Mile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I do.
Dude
I do
loves
love
Green Mile's my
Prisons.
favorite movie.
Green
Green
Mile's your
Mile?
favorite?
Of all time.
It's in my
That's
top
so
10.
Wow, really?
good.
Cool.
Love it.
So fucking
Shawshank
love
is
it.
my favorite movie.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
We're
I
like
mean,
the same person.
We are the same person.
But I'm younger and cuter.
the next author with the most film adaptations is Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, she's kind of her own
I
genre.
mean, John Green's got to be pretty up there too, right?
John Green might be in here actually.
He's
No,
be
John's
working
got
on
like
it.
three, which is huge.
Does
I'm not trying to dismiss that.
That's true,
John's only
but-
got 3
He's only got
adaptations.
3.
Slow the fuck
Yeah.
down.
Right.
And then
But
the
still,
next
it's-
are
let's be honest, it's only
John Le Carre and Ian McEwan.
I don't know that.
Ian McEwan. I know Ian McEwan.
And
Personally.
nine books to film. J.K. Rowling
course.
and John Grisham.
Grisham.
Grisham, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dean Koontz is in there.
Look at us all. Watch your mouth. Look at us all.
That's so funny, Joe.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Total Recall. Let's
Total
talk about
Recall
Total
is a
Recall.
movie.
Have you seen Total Recall?
I need to stop pretending that I've seen movies that I haven't.
okay, dude.
Yeah, man.
I do
Listen.
High five, Nick. We don't need them.
I do it all the time.
We have stuff
Listen.
to do. Oh, you
Exactly.
do watch movies?
No, I know. I
barely watch
watch movies now.
We just talked a moment ago before the podcast started about how neither of us have seen Pee-wee's Play.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Playhouse?
Holy shit.
Big Adventure?
And
Okay.
what's the Playhouse one?
Listen to me. Like
Steve just started bleeding out of his ears.
like
Yeah,
I don't
he's not
know.
doing
I don't
well.
know. Whatever I need to do to make this happen. Like I need to. Like I don't care what any of you are doing tonight. We're watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I have a memorial.
Yeah, I got a thing to do.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm doing
before
a thing.
that or after that.
I'm doing a
like
thing
this
all the-
needs to
yeah,
happen.
I'm doing the thing before the thing and after.
Yeah, we
He's
got a lot
doing-
of things.
Okay, all right. Well, you guys just don't want to see it. So here's the
Tonight.
There's also that. There's also I don't care.
thing. You
that-
guys,
that's
you
it,
guys,
yeah.
listen. What you are missing in your lives is a piece of cinematic joy that you just don't see anymore.
I
It's
saw
just
it as a kid, but I remember nothing from
it's
it.
just the most absolute creative, simple,
Masturbatory.
beautiful story
Mm-hmm.
with some of the most amazing visuals, like practical visuals and music.
Masturbastory.
And let's not even talk about the music. The music was scored
Yeah,
by
that
Danny
was more entertaining
Elfman.
than that movie. I bet.
It's Elfman, right?
Danny Elfman,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And The Breakfast Machine.
I've seen clips, and I know the music is really beautiful, and
It's
I love
just-
Danny Elfman and
yeah.
all those, and I enjoy Burton and all that stuff. I just, it's one of those things where it's just like I don't know. I'm sure you're right, and I'm sure I'd enjoy it. I just know that I don't care enough to even have that joy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is.
Simply
I
don't give a shit.
So then what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to slip it into your Jack and Coke, and we're gonna
Does this taste like Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Slippery Pee-wee.
like literally I'm gonna have to trick you into watching
Yeah.
Pee-wee's
I
Big
don't know if
Adventure.
you can. I don't know if you can answer this, but maybe you can.
That makes me
Was-
so sad.
Was
by
that
the way.
movie,
I'm sorry.
Was the popularity of that movie when it came out upon recollection, which is tough because you were a kid.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard.
It came
to
out the
answer.
year I was born, actually.
Really?
Was it big among adults? Is what I want to know because Pee Wee was the character just appealed to kids, and I want to know was the success of that movie based on a younger audience that grew up with it and then ended up it's like nostalgic, like yourself,
Right.
Or was it big because of the adult population back then as well that was the movie going?
I truly think
Peoples.
because Paul Rubens was doing Pee-wee live
Yep.
with Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman and Pee-wee and Paul Rubens were partners.
And then Paul Rubens killed Phil Hartman.
Paul Rubens killed Phil Hartman, and
Yeah.
you can quote us on that.
I
Come
love Tom
find
McCoy, though.
come find us, Jordan Peele. We have a whole documentary to make with you. Anyway, they were doing Pee-wee on stage. I think Paul Rubens is Groundlings.
I think so.
Or Second
I could be
City or
wrong.
something. But Lee would know. I'm surprised you didn't smash through the wall to tell us to correct us on what fucking comedy troupe he was with. But really, I'm really surprised. But yeah, so I think he had an adult audience kind of already because, I mean, at least kind of like in the thank you so
Yeah, there
much.
we
I
go.
needed this.
I know.
I need.
I feel
Yeah,
like you
sorry.
need
I mean, I just need to find.
aggressive.
I need to find me right now. He especially kind of
Not
like in
invited.
an underground comedy
my
kind of
favorite thing
way.
ever.
So I really feel like people like all people were into him, and then he was so weird and fun and bizarre that I think it was like a kind of like a ageless kind of thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch it
'Cause,
the-
I mean,
the
my mom
character's a
showed
lot.
me Pee-wee.
Yeah, the character's just a lot, is what I'm saying, and I fear Elliot specifically might not find the character enjoyable.
I mean, I don't know about Elliot. Actually, Elliot, Elliot is highly intelligent. I mean, no, Elliot is. I honestly think Elliot would like the character. I mean, Elliot, do you like Mr. Bean?
I do like.
I mean, I think
Like-
he's enjoyable. I would have no problem with the character.
Yeah, I think
I might
problem.
find him grating at first, but I would need to.
I don't think there's
calm
a
down.
grading. I honestly don't think he reaches grading.
Really?
Like, I don't know. I could be me. I grew up with the movie and I fucking love
And
it.
I watched Pee Wee's Playhouse, by the way. I
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
Pee
yeah.
Wee's Playhouse.
I mean, I was immersed in
Didn't
Pee
they
Wee
do a
shit.
new one recently?
Yeah, and it's not very good. At least I don't think it is. It's my
Yeah,
opinion.
no
It
one
was on
really
Netflix,
talks
right?
about
It was on Netflix. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's hard to go back to that when you're an older man. It's
Yeah.
a different type of energy.
It's a little
You know?
weird. It's a little weird. But anyway, but I'd be curious most of all to see how Nick would react
Hurtful.
to Pee Wee's Big Adventure because, I mean,
I was gonna take my headphones off and walk out, but I was afraid everyone would take it serious.
You've done that before. That's a bad thing to do.
it's really one of those things where, man, yeah, like I wouldn't know how someone through your generation's eyes would see a movie
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I guess probably being, I think Australians like more,
Even more so,
like
yeah.
subtle, nuanced comedy as well. Whereas, I mean, I can tell that Pee Wee's he's there, and hello, I'm Pee Wee, and that's what he does, right?
He's
that's
very
that's his line.
American. Yeah,
That's his
I'm
line.
Pee Wee.
Hello,
is his
I'm Pee Wee.
line, yeah. Hello, I am Pee Wee.
Hello,
this
I've
bit is
decided
just-
to be Pee Wee.
So you have seen it.
There was a doll that you pull the string and he goes, "Hello, I am Pee Wee."
Hi,
In
I'm
it
Pee
with an
Wee.
Australian
Please stand
accent.
for
Hello,
the
I'm
Pledge
Pee
of
Wee.
Allegiance. I am Pee Wee. Pledge of Allegiance.
Here's a question: who's the Australian Pee Wee?
Oh, there isn't really one.
Like Chris Lilly or something?
yeah, he's Kiwi.
Oh, he's Kiwi.
No, is he?
I thought he was Australian.
So Chris Lilly is the guy from Summer Heights.
Yeah,
High.
Samurai Tie and shit.
I think
yeah.
he's Australian.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
thinking
he
of the guy who's in all the what's the show that Taika Waititi made?
Oh, what's it? What we do in the
What we do in the
shadows?
shadows. The
Jermaine?
Fly
Like
the Concord.
Matt-
Jermaine.
Jermaine.
Jermaine. Yeah,
I mean,
he's great.
I have to feel like you guys try to take credit for Flight of the Conchords,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, you should.
Everything that's good in New Zealand is Australian.
yeah, of course.
And everything else is awful.
That's
right?
mainly it. That's why we took credit for Russell Crowe, even though I think he was born in New Zealand, but we don't take credit for Mel Gibson, even though he's technically Australian.
Yeah, you
so
gotta. No
funny.
one wants to
No
take
one
credit
wants to
for
take
Mel
credit
Gibson.
I don't know Gibson wants to take credit for Mel Gibson.
It's just safe not to take credit for Mel Gibson.
It might be
It's-
safe
I'm
for
alright.
now.
It's
Yes.
just
So, Total Recall.
Total Recall. Okay, look, it's okay. Don't be afraid. I don't want.
That was a Total Recall.
See, here's the thing.
oh
Whoa.
wow.
Okay, so I think I want to end the stigma. I want to end the stigma of let's start a movement. Let's start a new movement of stop being that guy that's like, you haven't fucking seen that shit.
Yeah, just like
fuck you.
Yep.
Like, let's end that. There's too much of that.
I much prefer people who go, "Oh, you haven't seen it? Let's watch it together."
Yeah, yeah. Or like, if you haven't seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Are you back? Are you
yeah,
back?
there we
Yeah,
go.
he's back.
That's
He's
weird.
back. Hello.
Okay,
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah, I just want to end that whole kind of like negative,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're an idiot, like, because then it makes people afraid to speak out about things they haven't seen or experienced, and
Yeah.
we don't want that. It leads to a
Yeah,
whole thing.
no, I
So
agree.
you haven't seen Total Recall, but but you have to see Total Recall.
That's so
You
good.
turned into one of those people.
Yeah, but fuck you, Nick. No, it's directed by Paul Verhoeven, who's directed like some of the best shit ever, RoboCop
Yeah.
and
It's madness.
Starship Troopers.
It's Arnold at his freaking peak. It's like
I haven't
Yeah.
seen really many Arnold movies.
the practical effects in it are amazing.
they're
I don't think I've
bonkers.
Yeah.
seen any Arnold movies.
No
like,
way.
wait, what about
Crazy.
like
No, I
Predator?
saw what's the one with like all the big
Jingle
manly
all the
men?
way. Jingle all
Oh,
the way.
no, yeah. What is that?
Predator,
fucking
the one with all the
movie?
big manly men.
Yeah,
with,
the one where
Sylvester
it's-
Stallone
Oh.
and Bruce Willis.
Expendables.
yeah.
Expendables.
I've
Yeah.
seen that. That's the only one I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Different generation, man.
Different generation. That's
Yeah.
true.
No Terminator, nothing like that.
No, not Terminator.
I mean, yeah, I figure all those movies for Nick's generation are old movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it's
for
different
me, an old
generation
movie's like-
and different country.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
here's a
That is
question.
also true.
What
Nick is a
movie? What
I'm a foreign. I'm one of the foreigners.
Yeah.
what like classic movie? So let's just start here. You've seen Jurassic Park and you love Jurassic Park. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let me go further. Let me go even
For the audio viewers, that was me silence. That was just
So
silence.
okay, so Jurassic Park. So what's
God,
after?
Steve, I was just waiting for you to just rag on him. You haven't seen Jurassic
no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set an example.
I've seen Jurassic World.
Okay, Jurassic World.
The first one is. I mean, I agree with everyone that the second one just isn't very good at all.
yeah, but the first one's fine.
First one's fine.
The first
I don't
one's
know.
fine.
I
and-
kind
I
of loved the
enjoyed-
second one.
Dude,
I
I've
watched it
talked
on
to
a
people who
plane,
say
and
they
I
love
really
the
loved
second
it. I thought it was terrible, but I loved it.
Nah,
I was like, look
that
at
is
this
not
guy.
You had a good
maybe.
movie going experience.
I really did. I had
Yeah.
fun with it.
You watched
I
it
would
on a
never
plane?
say it's a good movie, but I did really enjoy it. And I also love Jurassic Park, though. A week ago, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, offhandedly, Grace said she'd never seen Back to the Future. And then
Wow.
See,
last
that's
night,
something.
out of
It's
nowhere,
always
I
on
go,
telly.
yeah, she like came out of a bedroom, and I was like, "Did you say you've never seen Back to the Future?" And she was like, "Yeah, I said that like weeks ago. Why are you thinking about it?" And I was like, I'm not gonna make you watch it. I was like, but we're probably gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
yeah.
I mean, that's a thing that was even when television was still a thing. It was always on TV.
Yeah,
You could
that's
never really
also
escape it.
interesting. Yeah, it's like my brother told me over Christmas that this past Christmas was the first time he'd seen A Christmas Story. And my brother is
Whoa.
5 years older than me.
Wow.
And loves Christmas and Christmas movies. He's like, yeah, I just saw this movie. I just watched it for the first time this year.
I feel like
I was
there's
like, what?
there's an alternate dimension, or maybe even this current timeline, where I open a theater that's just like it plays all the best movies like on a rotation or whatever, but it's like somehow it's free. It's like I just want people to
So
see these
Netflix?
movies.
Are you talking about Netflix?
No, but it's like a social situation. It's like everyone
Yeah.
come to
Netflix
this
in a cinema.
Well, I don't want to invite people to my home, you know. I want Netflix in a cinema. It's like get your popcorn and whatever, and let's just watch these movies that like I know will make you feel something.
Your business
I
isn't
wonder
going
if-
to last very long.
I wonder if you.
Well,
put
we're gonna
up-
sell socks.
Got it.
I
Makes
wonder if
sense.
you'd had a if a movie theater took one of their rooms and literally just charged the same amount as a movie ticket, but you could go in a group and then you could just have control of Netflix and watch whatever you want on a movie.
that's
I wonder if
cool.
people would pay like $10 to go hang out in a giant
I think
thing.
they
like
would.
Yeah.
Or just watch.
I mean, I
YouTube
fucking would.
videos or
I'd have
something.
movie nights like that all
Yeah.
the
If
If
time.
it was like a karaoke, like those Korean karaoke bars, same idea. Just like these small rooms
Yeah.
with theater seating in them, like 10 to 12 seats,
Screening rooms,
big
yeah.
screens. You
Yeah.
can just go in and watch movies with your friends and
That'd be
drink
so
alcohol
cool.
and shit.
I think this
Yeah.
is
That's cool.
a really fucking good idea.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
kind
I,
of
th- I
like,
think
why
it,
aren't they doing that?
it should almost be like a fourth tier for Netflix rather than like a theater's idea. It
Yeah.
should be like a fourth tier. That's like an extra
Yeah.
$10 a month,
Ooh, yeah,
and you
yeah.
can
go
go
to
into
Netflix
any
theaters.
theater
Uh-huh.
at any point and take control of that theater
Yeah.
with a gun.
With a
and,
gun, yeah.
Sort of at knife point.
for-
And-
dude.
That's what I assumed.
For
you meant.
$500, they will give you a remote, and then you can go into any regular movie theater showing new movies, and you get to be the asshole with the remote and pause
You
and
can pause and
rewind,
rewind it, yeah.
fast forward it, pip screen it.
Wow, dude.
You can
That's
put
some
on-
straight
you
up
can-
Joker
I mean,
shit.
soon
That's
enough.
some men want to watch the world burn.
They also have laser pointers that you
Yeah.
could just they're built into the seat. You can just
Yeah.
pull it out and point them at the screen.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think at some point there's going to be. I mean, 3D was a crazy thing. What?
Yeah.
Just over 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it's still
That was insane.
happening.
It's still
and
around.
everyone was like,
Still
"This isn't
going.
going to last."
But
I mean,
like, the more you think about it, how is it not a thing now that you'd have like a personal movie screen on the glasses,
Yeah.
and you can sort of you watch the movie with everyone,
Yeah.
but you're watching your own movie and you can rewind and pause and play. And
Right, right. Oh, almost
your
like a
own-
live stream that you could stop, but other people are still continuing
Yes.
through. Wow.
in a theater.
how would they catch it up? How would they catch up?
You
though?
wouldn't catch up. Some people would just
Some
stay
people
a
just
little
stays in
longer.
there for you have like
Oh, I
you have
see.
like a time limit. Like if you don't finish the movie in like 5 hours, then you could you
Yeah.
need to get
You're
home.
basically talking about how to solve pee breaks in a movie theater. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without
that's
missing
it.
anything.
Pee
Yeah, man.
breaks and concession
Yeah.
breaks.
I don't want to
There's
get
a
up, I don't wanna get
unique
up and pee. I'm gonna
stress.
miss this stuff.
Yeah, it's a unique stress when it comes to peeing in movie theaters. 'Cause
Interesting.
I always am stressed out when I have to pee, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to miss.
I wonder
I
if
know I'm
that's
missing-
not a niche thing. I wonder if there's a number of people, enough people that feel the same way you do, that would be a viable business possibility.
I still wouldn't want it to be cut off
Possibility.
from other people around me though, because I'd want to be like making eye contact and being like, oh, crazy. Yeah. But anyway,
Wait. Oh,
Welcome to the Valley
I
Cast,
really think
everybody.
the future of 3D, I really believe, is going to be glasses-less 3D, where you don't even have to wear glasses.
Yeah,
Go
Ghostbusters,
actual screen is
It's
3D.
the screen is 3D
It's
and the
Ghostbusters.
Why
technology.
isn't that a
slot
thing
machine.
yet? How is that not a thing?
They're trying. They're
Are they?
trying, and there's different types of them that look pretty good. And at the last CES, which is like
Yeah, I
the
know.
biggest consumer electronics, you know, as CES. Okay, so it's basically like they show off all the new electronics for people that don't know. And Jesus, what are you guys doing? What's happening?
I'm listening. I'm actively listening.
I did. I actively zoned out. Yeah, sorry. I
Oh,
got.
Joe, that's disgusting.
Did you
Hey,
just?
man, hey, sometimes you got to
Oh,
get your
Joe,
rocks
why
off.
are you always looking at your nudes?
Why is that
Get
always
your
a
rocks
thing?
off the way you
Why
get
your own
rocks off.
nudes?
Um,
I hated
not what
that.
I was talking about. The fuck was I talking about?
The movies in 3D.
Glasses.
in
Oh
the
yeah,
screen.
3D. Yeah.
See,
So
even you checked out a little.
yes. Because I was so shocked at
That's
what was
what I
happening.
Just
The
and.
absolute
I was
tune out.
focusing. I was with you.
Thank you,
was
Nick.
with you.
Nick was there. Nick's a good friend.
Steve, is it? It's Steve.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Steve. Steve. Yeah, with an S.
Yeah.
But
Steve.
yeah, I just think that's where that's going, and that would be cool. And I think once glassesless 3D works, then 3D TVs will come back because 3D
'Cause
TVs
that was a thing.
Oh,
with
was a
yeah.
glasses,
huge thing, but it all
Short-lived.
required glasses.
and no one could be bothered.
And no one could be bothered, yeah. And even you would go to the movie theater and get those like movie theater glasses that you could like keep.
Right.
Some of the TVs use those, so you didn't have to like buy
Like the
an
red
extra.
And blue,
No,
like,
not the
white
red and
paper
blue.
things,
The,
or-
it's the ones that are like gray. It was the ones that
Oh,
would
the
like
actual
come,
ones.
The ones that you would come in like a little wrapping paper, and you'd pull it out.
Yeah.
And you put them on, then you could just like throw them in the trash.
It's
or
like going
keep
to
'em.
Universal Studios.
Yes,
ones
the
that give you
ride
the-
ones.
Yes, the
Yes,
ride ones,
like
yeah.
that.
Yep.
And
I really missed the black or the blue and red.
yeah,
3D
Anaglyph.
glasses. Those
It was a-
Anaglyph 3D.
It was a visual thing that you could go. It was like,
Really?
oh, that guy's watching
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah, exactly. And it had
Wow.
like then you see people wearing
Guy
them
or
later.
girl. That guy or
kind of
girl
stuff.
is watching 3D.
The problem
Exactly.
is
Sorry.
that
They
it's,
allowed women.
it's
Sorry.
absolutely awful for your eyes.
Really? Is it?
Yeah,
Is it really?
incredibly awful.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's
Dude.
yeah.
You worked at 3D for a bit, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
What?
I remember that.
I worked at 3D.
Yeah, in 3D. No, it was called
Wow.
in 3.
It was called
E3D.
in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E3.
Dude, that was a cool
Wow.
time because we were working on like King Kong.
I remember my friend John worked there with you.
Yeah, that's right. We worked
and
together.
It sounded. I'm glad you say it sounded cool because to me it sounded like a nightmare. These guys would painstakingly take every frame from a
Every
non
frame.
3D movie and with their hands and a computer 3Dify every
Make it 3D.
frickin'
Look at that.
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like the old school Disney animation when they would layer the things, you know, when it shows like
Yeah.
the frame by frame.
But
I mean, I
worse.
can explain
But
it in
worse,
the
yeah. The
simplest
opposite
way.
of
We
that,
had
basically.
we had Wacom tablets and those pens, those
Yeah.
digital pens, and everyone would get like maybe like a 3-second scene,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 6 seconds. And then you would just go frame by frame, and you would just draw around every single everything on the screen became a layer that
yeah,
you would
so
have
your
to like
foreground, your middle ground, your background.
everything.
Yeah.
That light pole in the background, that fucking trash can.
Did you feel like you got mindless during it, or were you like hanging out with your friends?
Dude,
like,
we would
talking
be
the
in
whole
these
time?
rooms with like 6 people, and we'd all be like laughing and joking, and yeah, I mean we were just like fucking around on computers,
Yeah,
doing this busy work where you could tune out all day. And
like
it was,
listen to music and stuff.
yeah, we'd listen to music, we'd listen to podcasts, we just like fucking hang out.
Tedious as hell, man.
It was tedious,
Yeah.
but it was like rewarding because everyone had a pair of 3D glasses at their desk, and at any moment you could press this button and it would turn your frame into 3D.
Whoa, cool.
And then you could look
Yeah.
at it, make sure it looks good, and then you turn it off and you put your glasses up, and then you keep working, and then you could
Wow.
It was really cool.
That is
It was
cool.
it was
That
a
is
fun experience.
It's the future.
Didn't last very long. That company died
was
quick.
Well, the reason why it didn't last long is because
They lost Steve Zaragoza to Source Fest.
Peter Jackson like specifically was working with this CEO, this guy, and I guess he was in the office all the time, but I never saw him. But Peter Jackson came and made a deal to make them. Man, I wonder if any of this is like confidential, and I shouldn't be talking about it. I don't know. Whatever. It was years ago. Basically, the
we're gonna get Nick to tell us the entire plot
we'll get
of it too.
Yeah,
when
that's true.
we're-
We're coming up. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Basically, they paid this company to make King Kong in 3D, and it was gonna release and be the first movie in 3D, in this type of new 3D. And then it was like screening really poorly, and people weren't liking it, and so they completely trashed it.
Oh man, that's
Because Universal was like, "We're not paying for this. People don't like the movie. It's not good."
I mean, if that's would give
So
the
it,
people
like-
what they don't
Yeah.
want.
And then another thing was George Lucas came in and they were like, let's make the Star Wars movies in 3D. And the CEO was like, yeah, we got to start with the originals, A New Hope, Empire, and Jedi. Like, imagine that in fucking 3D, right?
Yeah.
And Lucas was like, no, we're starting with the prequels.
Oy.
And the CEO guy was like,
Oh no.
I don't
no.
think that's a good idea. And Lucas was like, it's the only way I'll do it.
Oh, Lucas.
Oh,
That's so fucking funny.
Dude, Lucas sounds like the guy at school who would just like everyone would be having a good time, and he would say something, and he would just ruin everything.
You know what he did there?
Like,
Yeah.
just kind of.
Bloody George.
There
He,
you go.
I heard some good stories.
Everyone
about
knows
He,
George.
yeah.
I heard
Everyone
some
knows
good
George.
stories about him. I'll
No,
tell you off
he
podcast.
pulled a Lucas.
He pulled a Lucas.
Lucas.
Pulled a Lucas.
But dude, I'll never forget the coolest thing about this
When
place.
Nick gets out of hand, he pulls a Nicholas.
Nick
Okay.
Kuklis.
I gotta go.
One of the but the
Despise
coolest
that.
thing about this fucking 3D place was I didn't know. Well, so my friend worked there, and then this was like fucking 2006, maybe 2007. My friend was already working there, and he's like, "Dude, I can't tell you much about this place, but they're hiring. You want to come work here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need a fucking job. What is it?" And he's like, "You're gonna love it. Come audition or come interview or whatever." So anyway,
Audition.
went through the first interview process, then I went home. They gave me a call and they're like, can you come into our offices, sign a bunch of NDAs and stuff, and then sit down in this movie theater for like 15 minutes, and then we'll talk to you afterwards. And I was like, okay. And so I did it, and they just sat me in a theater, didn't tell me what the fuck was going on. They gave me 3D glasses, these like weird glasses. And by the way, at the time, this new 3D was nowhere. No
Yeah.
one knew about it. It
Wow.
wasn't even a thing that existed yet. And so they handed me these glasses, they gave them to me, and then they proceeded to show me scenes from like Star Wars, Lilo and Stitch, the Muppet movie, like fucking Titanic. Like they had like a reel of what 3D movies would look like, and it blew my fucking mind.
Right.
Cuz I was like, this is the fucking future. I'm going to be part of the future. This is the future of movies. Cuz they showed like Lilo and Stitch in 3D, and it just looked I've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
You know, it was like 3D that really like looked insanely good.
So you believed in the 3D movement, like,
yeah, right away.
yeah, and you never wavered during.
No,
the, 'cause
I love it.
Always felt like it was sort of this understood thing of like this is a fad. It comes and it goes, and
I've just never been. I've been blown away by 3D one time, and it was seriously, and it was supposed to be Avatar, and it wasn't.
Avatar was good though.
Literally the only time that I've been blown away by 3D was in Tangled, when the paper bags start floating up
Oh
in the
yeah,
air.
yeah.
I saw that in 3D, and that looked so amazing. It looked like they filled up the theater. My 2-year-old daughter got up out of her chair and
Oh,
started
that's
trying to
adorable.
grab the paper,
That's adorable.
the
What an
floating
idiot.
paper bags. I know. I chastised her.
She's a moron,
She's
but it's
still
a
grounded.
really
Yeah.
cute moment.
12 years later.
just tell her to take off the glasses. Oh,
Yeah.
bye bye, Lane.
But yeah, that's the only time I've always
I
thought
hope
it
she
was
listens
gimmicky.
to this episode.
What a moron. My God.
I know it's so
Hayden
fucking
is a
stupid.
devout
stupid.
Valley folk.
So fucking
She
stupid.
knows that's not real, right? Like, what a-
I mean, that's the
what
thing.
An
It's like,
absolute idiot.
like, does she think movies are real?
You guys need to stop.
Just ragging on your daughter.
That's enough.
Usually it's okay, but today we have a guest.
Yeah, that's true.
He needs
anyway,
to. He needs to think
yeah,
that I
I've
love
always
her.
loved
She
3D.
she died right after you left the theater.
Here's the thing about
We love
3D
it.
though, really quick. You can tell when 3D is a post effect, like they do it after a regular movie is filmed, or it was filmed with 3D cameras.
How do you film in 3D cameras?
There's like cameras that have like the two. It's basically just like two cameras next to each other, and then they're filming onto
So
the
it's
same.
foreground and background. Yeah, cool.
Right.
That's cool. What
Anyway,
did we move on? We've moved on. Total Recall.
I think that was a good talk
It's
about
great.
Total
Yeah,
Recall.
me too. I love
Yeah.
Total Recall.
Do you want to hit some?
Yeah, let's hit some things real quick.
Wait,
and
let
then,
me pull up
hit
some
things.
music
And then I
here.
got some stuff I want to talk about.
Well, no,
after
maybe
these
I
reads.
have some
Okay?
stuff
Hey
to
guys, let's
talk
talk
about.
about
That sounds
Eero.
dumb.
We're talking about
Wait,
Eero.
let me pull up some music
We'll do it. I'll
real
just
quick.
get right into it.
Wow, holy shit.
Eero,
Okay.
life's too short for bad Wi-Fi, everybody. We're talking about Eero and Eero Plus. Guys, the single router model just doesn't work for our increasingly high bandwidth world. It's simple physics, bro. Like light waves, Wi-Fi waves don't go through walls well. Imagine asking a light bulb in your living room to light your master bedroom. It's not
Please
going
light
to
my
do that.
master
It's just
bedroom.
silly. You
It's
would
not
never do
gonna
that.
There we go. What you need is a distributed system. This is what offices have had for years. Not our office yet, but hopefully soon at considerable work and expense. With Eero, you can install an enterprise-grade Wi-Fi system in your home in just a few minutes. Simply download the Eero app on your iOS or Android devices, and we'll walk you through each step of the process. It's quick, easy, and painless. current Wi-Fi routers are really tough to manage and optimize, the Eero app lets you manage your network from the palm of your hand. So you'll know how many devices are connected at any given point, as well as the internet speed you are getting from your service provider. And you can easily create and share a guest network. That's pretty dope. I
That's
like
so
that.
dope.
Eero is protected with state-of-the-art WPA2 encryption, and because it controls the hardware and the software for your entire network, it ensures that you're always secure. Since traditional routers don't push software updates to their customers, they are left vulnerable in cyber attacks. Eero updates automatically so that you not only have the latest features, but the latest security at all times. Eero has incredible customer support, and that's dope too, because when you got problems, you needs the helps. There we go. There we go. Oh boy. That was a straight-on hand kiss on my
More than that,
knuckle.
my friend.
That was great. I just installed the Eero in my place, and you guys know that I have a horrible reception. I can make calls now. I can surf. It's great.
Yeah, I use Eero also.
Do you?
And
It's great.
My bedroom, for some reason, the Wi-Fi to my bedroom was so shit.
Because of walls.
Yeah,
Because
I
of
think it
walls.
is. I think it is
Yeah,
because
man,
of walls.
walls.
And then I
Yep.
put an Eero in my bedroom, and
It's
it's
great.
like perfect. It's
It was
perfect.
one of the few things we've gotten. They'll send us a thing to make sure that we like it. And the moment it
one's
came
good.
in, everyone was like, "Joe, take this.
Yep.
Joe, this is yours now."
Yep.
And it's great, and it's cool. It's cool looking. It's sleek. Anyways, Eero Plus is designed to provide simple, reliable security to defend all your home's devices against a growing number of threats such as malware, spyware, phishing attacks, as well as unsuitable content. The combination of Eero with Eero Plus provides complete protection for your network and all the devices and those who use them as they connect to the internet, like my kids who can't be seeing the nasty stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So here we go. What's our thingy here? There we go. Never think about Wi-Fi again. Get $100 off Eero base unit
Wow,
and 2
what a
beacons
deal.
package and 1 year of Eero Plus. Holy crap. Visit Eero.com/Valleycast and
Wow.
enter promo code Valleycast.
We're getting some good.
Yeah, man.
What was that link again? What was that link again,
That
Joe?
was Eero.com. That's EERO.com/Valleycast and enter the promo code Valleycast.
Wow.
Get it, baby.
Such a simple link.
Get it.
You know
Isn't
what,
it just-
guys?
yeah,
Just start
that's
entering
just a
promo
link.
code
I liked it.
Valleycast on things.
Get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Valley.
Wow. It sounds like I need an era.
Joe, what do you got? What's your topic?
What's your topic, man?
Well, I mean, we got to do. I want to talk horror movies
yes,
with
please.
Nick.
Yeah.
And we can start with it if we want and get some tidbits.
God,
because-
sake.
So Total Recall.
Because people are asking, but I want to kind of talk about what some of our favorite horror movies are and things that like just totally scared the crap out of you as a kid growing up, and the stuff you keep going back to and why we watch them.
I'll start.
Horror movies,
I'm
baby.
gonna start. It is probably my favorite horror movie.
Oh, thanks, man.
That said, I don't watch
It was
horror
all me.
movies. Huh?
It was all me.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
absolutely.
I made it.
Yeah. We were talking about that for a second. Andy, what's his last name?
Machete.
Machete.
he's
Yeah,
so great.
I love the guy. So excited.
Fantastic, man.
And besides that, I remember The Grudge scaring the crap out of me, and I've never seen The Exorcist. I've never seen like The Shining. I've never seen a bunch of that stuff, so I don't really have many.
Did you see The Ring?
I did see The Ring.
Yeah, so you were into that like Japanese American and horror
Yes.
renaissance moment.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's when you were old enough to kind of like
That's your high school days.
want to
Yeah.
see them, and
And
yeah.
I like Cabin in the Woods, but I know it's not really like
so good.
horror. It's
Yeah.
kind of is it? Would you say it's horror?
It's
I
like,
said
it's like yeah, it's fun.
I think that kind of movie, it's very clever and fun, so I like that a lot. But yeah, that would be actually it would probably be Cabin in the Woods slightly above it. I think.
It's interesting you say.
I'm sorry.
It's
Nick, I'm
interesting that
sorry.
you say that that you had said that it was your favorite horror movie because it's true for a lot of people right now because
A lot of young people, for sure.
yeah, well, and yeah, millennials, I guess, and I really think like it's because it kind of reintroduced horror to people in a way on the big screen in a big way and in a way that actually fucking worked because so many horror movies just come and go and they're all garbage, but it just like went rolling and everybody fucking loved it. So to say it is your favorite horror movie is like not a weird thing to say because
Yeah,
it was just it really is people's like introduction to horror right now.
Right. I think it's the type of movie too that's a result of like the age of entertainment we're living in, where people like the people who are making movies now grew up on good movies, and so they're like taking all this stuff like it has heart and it has humor and it has the things like make it a well-rounded, independently good movie.
That's the point that I
regardless of
wanted
the
to make
horror
about
genre.
it, because what I think what you're missing right now, Steve, is that a lot of people contend that we're like in the midst of a horror renaissance, and we have been with all these Blumhouse movies and stuff that have been coming out. it's back, and that's kind of on the tail end of. So Blumhouse brought it all back for watchable movies that are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Annabelle series, all of those,
Conjuring.
The Conjuring, all that stuff, huge stuff, making a lot of money, and people love them. I don't know if you're into them or not.
Insidious was
yeah,
another
yeah.
series that did
They're really
well.
popular.
And that was right after I think people were getting a little bit burnt out on the torture porn horror that we endured for
yes.
the early 2000s.
Yeah, we're back to like the spooky,
It was-
haunted stuff.
Yeah, it was Saw, it was Hostel, it was even
Torture porn is
even
what they
Final
called it.
Destination to a certain degree, kind of.
Yeah, but those are like,
and I love them.
Those
but
could come back, and I don't know why they haven't. And I think they would
burn
be
out for a bit, but they'll come back.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
but
They need to come back now.
So we
yeah.
had this and that was off of the tail end of the Japanese horror thing that we had, which was right after the Thrasher horror that we had of the late 90s, right? And before that, horror was dead. Like it was huge
I'd be
in the
interested
80s,
to
and
look
then-
at like the correlation of what kind of horror is popular, because they say in times of like national sadness, comedies do really well, and when the country's doing really well, like horrors
you
tend to
seek
do
out
really
the
well.
thing that you're not feeling.
Yeah, the entertainment provides the thing that you lack.
But the point that I wanted to make about it, that you're making, Steve, and I do agree with, is that I'm not saying those other movies aren't these things, but I'm also saying that they are. Like, it was just, you could tell the love in the heart, and the money went behind it as well. This was a big movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of those other ones feel still kind of independent and small.
Yeah,
This
yes.
one, a lot went into it, and I think that really helped with
Well, yeah,
making it.
horror isn't a genre
applicable.
that gets a lot of money.
No.
And because you can make horror movies on the smallest fucking budgets, and you could do those like handheld found footage movies for even less.
Exactly.
You know?
And it had a nostalgic feel to it with the whole like almost Stand By Me-ish nature
Yeah.
of the kids.
Yeah.
and
It just
stuff.
had something for everybody, and it was an accessible horror film that like kind of brought people that wouldn't normally go to the theater to see a horror movie to the theater to see a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nick,
that-
what are your thoughts? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
mean
I'm going to take all these compliments and sort of just sort of bathe in them.
Sure.
Shower.
Have a bath.
Have a bath. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think having a secondary part in it has allowed me to sort of see the outside part of it. I think having knowing how good of a job Andy did directing, I think being a secondary part and like sort of seeing it from you guys' perspective and outsiders' perspective and critics' perspective rather than just sort of hi, I'm in it. This is me now. I don't know if any of that made sense, but yeah, it's like it's
What do you mean by secondary part? Do you mean like in terms of playing
like character,
powers?
like sort of not being. I think being in the Losers Club and being Andy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
isolates you to sort of what the movie is.
Yeah.
And where I can see I can see it from outsider's perspective and what the movie is to other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not as in the forest as
Right.
Yeah,
And I think that's why I respect it so much because I can see what it means to people.
Yeah,
And
because
it's
you're
like
a
it's-
part of that.
Right. Yeah.
That's
and-
something you can say you are a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Andy did just a stellar job. The movie wouldn't be the movie without Andy.
I agree. I remember when everyone was like that fucking guy, the Fukunaga guy.
Kerry Fukunaga.
They were like, I was on that boat where I was like, fuck, that movie would have been so good. But then you read like things about like what he wanted and what he demanded to
The
be.
draft that he had. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not good.
what kind of?
Yeah, I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
he just got
well-
real deep into Stephen King-ish
Oh.
type
It
stuff.
was really supernatural. There was, I mean,
The turtle.
I don't know how much of this.
The turtle
you
wasn't
can-
in it, I don't think.
I don't know how much of this you can put in, but it's in Carrie's original script. Henry Bowers. This is all I know about Henry Bowers. He had intercourse with a sheep
Oh, okay.
and ejaculated on a birthday cake.
Huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that gives you a vibe of, and I'm pretty sure the
Right.
orgy was in the orgy from the book.
Yeah.
Was in the
Oh,
new
Yeah.
draft.
yeah, the new one they just made you do that in the audition.
It was in a hotel
to
room.
make sure you knew how to get to the character.
I mean,
that's not very palatable.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
look, I get the idea of making like a true to the book, like disturbing story version of it, and that's kind of a cool idea that it goes places that you've never seen a horror movie go before. But like that's just that wasn't gonna be a hit movie.
And it wasn't going to make.
It just it just wasn't
money
gonna
wasn't
be.
going to be. I don't know if it would have been even. It would have been Hereditary style.
Yeah.
But like less good.
Yeah, exactly. It really would have been. It really.
And I think
would
that's.
have
I
been.
mean, that's why Warner Brothers I think ended with. I mean, I'm speaking out of turn here, but it's like it's. I think that's why Warner Brothers said, "Piss off."
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious.
He's
like it was-
not on the record. He's on the Valley Cast.
I'm on the podcast. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, no,
feel,
it's
um,
it's
Well,
pretty
yeah,
common knowledge.
They were just like, "This is crazy. We can't let you do this. And he was like, well, I want to only do this. And they were like, okay,
Okay,
bye.
Yeah.
We have a perfect response to that. It's goodbye.
And
It's
the thing
Andy
is like,
Muschietti.
Yeah.
he made a fucking amazing show with True Detective
True
season
Detective, yeah.
1,
Yeah.
and it's like some of the greatest television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so it was exciting to hear about his It adaptation. But yeah, I'm so happy it didn't happen. I'm
Right.
so happy it didn't
Right.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have
it-
the movie even
yeah.
close to what it is now.
I
Right.
feel like the new It is to the original It, the miniseries, what Heath Ledger's Joker was to like Jack Nicholson's
Yeah,
Joker,
sure.
in the sense of people just being like, "There's no way." It's a classic and all that stuff. Like I feel like
like that.
people leading up to the new It were so skeptical and so
Yeah.
just like, "There's no way
You're right.
they can beat Tim Curry." And then and then they release this movie and everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
no one's
we-
even
That's how-
talking
that's how
about
they
it
do it.
anymore.
which is that's like my favorite thing in movies that does happen now is when the consensus is so against a movie and then the opposite thing
Which
happens.
Skarsgård is it? Bill?
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah, I mean, it was originally Will Poulter. Who
Bill
Oh,
Pullman.
that's right. The guy with the
from-
eyebrows.
from Bandersnatch. who
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
says
yeah.
I look a little bit like, which is
Oh, interesting. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, I can
But
see
yeah,
that.
but yeah, so he's like he was Pennywise in Carrey's movie. Andy wanted him, but scheduling issues brought up.
Which
But-
I'm also glad happened.
But Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, and then the most iconic thing
Yeah.
in movies in
Yeah.
the last couple of years happened.
It's a horror icon now. Like and that character needs to be in the echelon of horror characters, and
Yeah.
and he was with Tim Curry's It, but like the character was the scariest part about that movie. Basically, like the first half of it is pretty good, and the second half is like don't even watch it. But to watch it for Tim Curry, I'd say. But anyway, but the point is that I think it's just we needed a new Pennywise, and it's so good with Bill Skarsgård.
Theory on
It's
the
so
fly here. Let me know what you guys think about this.
The movie The Fly.
Also very good. Crazy. It was so successful, and here I want to throw out a theory for why I think a lot of people might have flocked to this, aside from nostalgia and the fact that it was good. Yada yada yada. Is there something about Pennywise, this clown? Most people not wanting to probably see just a clown terrorizing people. That's hard for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't want to see that.
People are afraid of clowns.
Yeah, but the fact that he has this almost like Freddy Krueger-esque way to appeal to everybody's fears
Yeah.
and change and have like 7
makes
or
it
8
even fucking
But yeah, you
scarier.
have 7 or 8 different types of monster that you're going to
Not
watch.
just a scary clown; it's
right?
a scary entity that can take literally any form of anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're like you're not worried about just this one thing. You're actually taking this journey to get over a bunch of fears with a group of kids that you feel part of and stuff like that. I wonder if that has something to do with
Yeah,
it.
it's like 7. It's like you're gonna go through,
Yeah.
or like the go through the
What is
things
each kid?
and
What's
It's
going to
just a
which
happen?
one do
fucking-
I relate the
And that's,
most?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all of this is a huge testament to Andy, all the losers, and I mean Bill. I think Bill brought everything to that role.
Yeah.
It was Bill and Andy's
Yeah.
sort of passion piece was Pennywise.
I cannot wait to see the like flashback Pennywise stuff.
Yeah,
I'm dying to see it.
I can't wait-
I'm dying
yeah.
to say it.
I want a whole movie about Pennywise in like the
Oh, a
1800s
prequel.
or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
Ugh.
It's gonna be so fun.
I mean,
I cannot wait.
That's
for
the
September.
thing. It's like, oh, September? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
known?
Yeah, September
Okay, good.
6th or 7th.
Oh, it's so
Even
close.
the trailer, I'm excited just to see the first like reveal of whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
we're
gonna be
back,
soon.
we're back,
Surely,
we're
I
back.
don't. I
I
wouldn't.
wonder.
I literally, I don't know anything.
yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, which
Neither
is probably
do
good.
we.
Otherwise, I would tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so Warner Brothers
so
know what they're doing.
Do you realize who's all in it, right? Like the
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
cast
adults,
is insane.
it's gonna
The cast
be-
is insane, and yeah, I mean, they're all perfectly cast, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I
awesome.
feel like I don't enjoy many movies, but this will be one where I'm like, let's do some kind of like.
I know we have to do a big,
Yeah.
like, let's all go see it
I mean, you were at the
together thing.
first premiere.
Yes,
You
I
were at the
was, and I
first-
hope I get to go to the second
Yeah,
one.
please. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because was it Finn who got you there?
I think it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Finn.
I think it was.
Good old Finn
old
Wolfhard.
Finn.
It's a good boy.
Finn Dogsoft.
Who's got his band thing going on. He's,
Yeah,
like,
good old
rocking out.
Calpurnia. Let's do a Finn Wolfhard thread.
Yeah, why not?
Wait, what's the band called again?
Calpurnia.
Cool. That's a cool name.
It's
I-
a cool name.
I,
They make great music. I'm really I'm a huge fan. I have a Calpurnia T-shirt.
Oh,
Mainly for jokes.
shit.
Mainly for jokes.
Nice.
but also just not.
but also because you like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how we are with the merch of our friends that we
Right.
wear.
yeah,
We
exactly.
mostly wear it as a joke, but
Yeah.
we like what you do.
yeah.
I'll wear anything you send me, basically.
Yeah, I looked at my clothes yesterday. I was wearing a Rhett and Link shirt, and then I changed it into a small shirt while wearing an Instagram TV sweatshirt, and I was like, oh, this is too many.
This is my
Everything
life
you
now.
own
Yeah.
was given to you.
yeah.
Okay, so really quick, Nick, what is your favorite horror?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. See, I'm not a huge fan of
Not to hit you with the hard ball.
horror movies.
Cues here.
Don't hit me with the hardball.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah, not yet.
What's your greatest fear?
my greatest fear is but I probably the ocean.
That's
Yeah.
a good fear,
And
man.
not like just the like the deep sea. I
Yeah.
grew up in
Yeah.
So I'm,
Yeah, man.
I'm from a town, a small town in Australia called Alstonville, which is 15 minutes away from the closest beach town called Ballina, and there's way too many shark attacks there currently
Oh,
and recently.
man.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sort of I don't. Now I live here now, but when I was there, I just didn't go,
Yeah.
and I decided not to go ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Uh,
ocean is filled with horrendous
Things we don't even know
terrifying
about.
creature. Yeah.
That's,
yeah. It's
that's
Yeah.
yeah. Have you ever done the VR thing on PlayStation VR where they descend you into the water? It's like on the intro game.
I would never dream of such a thing.
Have
It's
you ever done
terrifying.
VR stuff?
I mean, for me.
I think Wyatt Olive, who plays Stan Uris, has a VR thing that we did a little bit of, but that's the only. I've never. No.
We
So
gotta
have-
get Nick into the
You wouldn't
ocean.
go to the beach or get in the water if it was here or something would it
No,
be?
I'd go to the beach and go in the water, but it's
There's a little anxiety there.
It's terrifying.
Yeah,
It's scary.
It's not being able to see the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just I think I'm afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah.
if you can't see it and then your foot brushes up against
You're like, oh my
the
goodness.
bottom or
Oh, no,
anything.
thank you.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we're talking about a lot of what's in the ocean, but we're disregarding for a moment just the ocean.
Yeah. Right,
The
for
vastness, the power.
For
and
sure.
I don't let
The
my
mystery,
mind
yeah.
wander too much to dark places, but when you fly over the ocean or whatever and you're like, what happened? What would happen if we just went down and I survived, right?
You were the only one that's ever.
And you're just in the
You're
ocean.
just there.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
You're fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, you're
monsters.
just waiting.
There's monsters
Absolutely.
that are waiting to eat you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
no one.
Even
I mean,
then, you're
we
gonna.
don't know what's in
And
the
even
ocean.
if they don't,
Yeah.
just don't.
nightmare.
And even
Not
if
even
you
that.
don't,
Yeah.
the sun could kill you.
The sun will eat you.
the sun will eat
the
you.
world's
Yeah.
out to get you, man.
Yeah.
I go through a arc when I'm at the beach where I get so excited. It's the morning or whatever, and I'm having a mimosa, and I'm like, this is great. I get in the water, and I'm like, oh, I feel just spiritually cleansed and better. And then about 20 seconds to 2 minutes passes by, and eventually I'm like, I'm gonna get eaten, and I have to
Yeah.
get out of here. And I
Yeah.
feel a sense of I have to get out.
And not only that, there are parts of the ocean where you can just step in and it'll just suck you in and it sucks you into the ocean.
Yeah, undercurrents get pretty
Yeah.
scary.
Right, yeah, rips.
Yeah.
Rips absolutely terrify me.
Yeah, you could just be like, "Ooh, this ocean's real calm," and you're just in the tippy
You're
toe
just like,
part.
oh no, I'm
Yeah.
now 100 meters
Never
away from
mind.
the shore.
Yep.
Yeah, it ripped my legs under me and pulled
Yep.
me into the
Yeah,
ocean.
appreciate the I dislike waves. I don't like waves.
Waves are kind of scary.
I
Yeah.
like water in general.
Yep.
yeah.
prefer
I like a
vodka.
pool.
Excellent.
You like a pool?
Excellent answer.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. I
Nick
appreciate it.
Hamilton into pools?
Do you like pools, Nick? Hey, Nick. Do you
Nick
like
Hamilton.
going to a pool?
Pools.
Hey,
Nick Hamilton
hey,
pools.
hey.
Pools.
Real
Nick
quick,
Hamilton
guys, we
pools.
got an exclusive. Nick Hamilton on pools.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of pools.
He's a
That's-
fan of pools,
Like pools,
everybody.
great.
Jeez.
The favorite horror do you have? Do you like horror?
See, I
Did
don't-
you like horror? Do you
I don't
feel like
really
you have
watch horror movies. Like I mean, and this is gonna be a huge flex, but it's being in the biggest horror movie of all time and not being a fan of horror.
Yeah.
Huge flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Huge.
Well, we're the
flex.
biggest YouTubers, but
Well, I bet
we would
all
love.
of the,
we,
like-
you
You don't
know,
like YouTube.
we get criticized YouTube sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's fair.
Do all the horror blogs and horror networks and horror magazines when they interview you, are they like, "Come on, man, you don't like horror movies"?
It's often there's more shock in. I mean, why would you like getting scared? Is the issue with me? Like that's
Okay,
It's
yeah.
the,
I
'cause
don't get it.
It's dopamine, right?
Yeah.
But why
do
like,
it to yourself?
Let's
Because
do
it's
something that
just a
makes you happy.
Little
Yeah.
adrenaline.
You
pump,
freak.
a
Yeah, I
little-
think
Yeah.
it's because it's
a
fun.
desire to feel alive,
it's fun
maybe? Is
to
it-
do. For me, I love horror movies, so I think it's just fun.
That makes sense.
It's fun to
Yeah.
see
Look at you.
like it's fun to see unbelievable shit happening in a movie, especially like when it's like blood and guts and it's so funny and you're just like having a good time with your friends and
Yeah.
it's all fake and it's made by these amazing masters of special effects and makeup and
Yep.
there's just a lot of love that goes into these things. And the scary, like, I get more scared of, I haven't been scared in a movie in a long time. I think Hereditary
got me a little bit.
I was nervous in Hereditary
Yeah.
because of what everybody was saying, but I just ended up being kind of like, I mean, the end is
some of the visuals and that stuff.
the visuals in the end were definitely
Yeah.
some of the like craziest shit. But
See, I would never see that in like 3 lifetimes.
Yeah.
It's not-
I have no
it's not something
desire.
I'd do,
I mean,
ever.
it's just one of those things where it's like I guess it's kind of like going on a roller coaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say
right?
because you're building your emotions up and you have these huge spikes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
and,
roller
then,
coasters.
and then at the end, someone dies, and that's
And hopefully
it's
at
a
the
roller
beginning
coaster
and in
that
the middle
every
and
single time it goes around,
The
someone
difference-
is dead.
Yeah, the difference is after I get off of a roller coaster and I'm going into my house at 9 o'clock that night, I don't think a roller coaster is going to jump out of the bushes
Yeah.
and eat me.
Yeah.
Exactly that. That's
Okay.
exactly that.
But besides that, it's exactly the same.
Yeah,
So thrill seeking.
I mean, yeah, the imagination is a powerful thing.
So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite.
The Dream Warriors,
Yeah.
or just
Nice.
Nightmare on Elm
No,
Street.
the franchise is my favorite horror stuff ever. And
Oh.
Like I said, because it's creative, it gets silly as the
They're so fun.
as it goes on, and then it's Freddy Krueger is a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's like a straight up nightmare that ends up they having so much fun with him at the end. It's some of the most creative kills in cinema
yeah.
history.
Dude,
It's
my
so
friend
cool.
Jeff
cool.
and I used to like come up with
Yeah.
some. Like I thought of a really funny one where you're like asleep and you're walking around in your living room and then suddenly like you're like tired and you take a seat on the couch and then the camera pulls back and the couch starts to like turn into the striped sweater and then at the very end there's like a Freddy,
Yeah.
like full Freddy sitting on the end of the couch and he's like, "Have a seat." and then the couch opens up and just eat. Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
guys, we have to hop on a call in 13
I
minutes.
pushed it. I pushed it.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe Pushy.
well,
so-
then never mind.
So
Picture pushy.
Joe Pushy.
Picture pushy.
and what is brilliant about the movie making like capabilities and like moments that can be made in that series are great because it isn't just watching people die in creative ways. You mess with the audience. You don't know if somebody's in a dream. There's these curveballs that just take you like keep you off kilter
Absolutely.
as a viewer.
Yeah.
And I don't think you get that in anything else. It could do it a little bit because you never know what's going to come around the corner.
Yeah, because it could just
But
be,
you
be
don't
anything.
know when you're watching a Nightmare on Elm Street if it's done well, because a lot of those movies aren't great, but they're fun. Is that you don't know if you're in what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
like, when does the simulation start?
I think my favorite horror
Yeah.
movie is
I was listening and
Yeah.
yeah, yes. I think my
See,
fa-
I'm always engaged, Nick. This is I'm firing on all
on it.
cylinders,
and you're not single.
and I'm not single.
He wears Smosh merchandise, Rhett and Link merchandise,
He's
and then he
not
puts
single.
a Instagram logo over that, and then he's also dating Not Too Deep.
He's dating not too deep.
Does she say that? No, she doesn't, does she?
That's how she introduced herself.
Yeah.
My favorite horror movie, I think, is The Thing.
Such a good answer.
It's either The Thing or The Shining.
I would watch The Thing and Shining just because I feel like I don't want to die having never seen them, and if I don't,
Yeah.
at some point I will die having never seen those.
I mean, I just
Those
the
are
thing
big
does.
ones.
the same thing. You don't know what's real. It's great.
Hey guys, what's up? It's time for a little break within this wonderful chat we're having with Nick Hamilton from It. We wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about one of our favorite sponsors, Squarespace. Joe, you love Squarespace.
I love Squarespace. They let us make websites.
That's right, and our friend Mike Falzone has a Squarespace website. Not to give him a plug,
But you did.
but we love Squarespace so much because it's so easy to make a website. Gone are the days where you were like, man, I don't have the skills, I don't have the knowledge, I have no idea how to start a website, and Squarespace just helps you with every aspect of that.
They make it so dang easy.
Let me throw in some buzzwords here.
Please do.
Domains, websites,
Buzz.
online stores, marketing tools. Guys, these are all of the different things you can use Squarespace with or for. And they've got their new feature, which is email campaigns. Guys, this is very excited. Their email campaigns are consistent, powerful, It's content from website to email, powerful editing tools to make it your own, customizable layouts for any message, mobile editing so you can send anytime, anywhere. And how about some of these other things you can do with Squarespace, like turn your cool idea into a website, showcase your work, blog or publish content, sell products and services of all kinds, promote your physical or online business, announce an upcoming event or special project, and those new email campaigns, which we love so
many things
much.
you can do when you make a website.
And Squarespace does this by giving you those beautiful templates created by world-class designers. You don't have to worry about the look of your website. It's already designed by world-class designers.
Talented people letting you do talented things.
And not only that, there's the beautiful e-commerce functionality that lets you sell anything online, the ability to customize the look and feel, settings, products, and more with just a few clicks, guys. And you can do it all from your phone if you want. It's all mobile optimized.
Hey, welcome to the future, Steve. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. You look great in the future.
Thank you, as do you.
Thank you so
better
much,
than
Joe.
you did in the past.
Thank you so much. So, guys, this is a no-brainer, but you can go to squarespace.com/valley. That's squarespace.com/valley for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use that offer code VALLEY to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Don't be dumb. Get on that Squarespace train. Go to squarespace.com/valley and check it out.
Make anything you want, everybody. I'm going to look at 5 things in this room. You can make a website about it. Drum, E.T. Puppet, not E.T. Puppet.
Me and Joe.
hats, and future Joe and Steve. Go do it today.
Nice work, Joe. What do we got next?
Boom.
find a
Natural
happy
transition to press play on a track.
I don't like this one. How about this one?
Yes. I like that one.
Me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about Quip.
Ooh.
One of the most important things we do for our health every day is brushing our teeth, yet most of us don't do it properly. That sucks.
Yeah, man. That totally sucks.
What a scary stat to hear.
Yeah.
Quip is the better electronic toothbrush created by dentists and designers. It was designed to make brushing your teeth more simple, affordable, and even enjoyable.
Yeah, I love my Quip toothbrush.
So do I.
I have
Legit.
one. We both have one. I think everyone here has one. Mike
Yep.
Falzone has one.
Yep.
Sorry to mention Mike again in another ad, Joe.
Yeah, well, how can we not? He's part of the family.
And he uses Quip, so why not?
It's part of the Quip family. Sensitive sonic vibrations. They are gentle enough and they are sensitive to your gums. People brush too hard and some electric toothbrushes are too abrasive, but not Quip. It's got a built-in 2-minute timer and it pulses every 30 seconds to remind you when to switch sides, helping guide to a full and even clean. It sucks when you're like on your top left for way too long, you know?
I know. Don't stay on your top left too long.
90% of us don't brush for a full 2 minutes or don't clean evenly. Quip helps you do that. It's got a multi-use cover. It mounts to your mirror. I love that one. I use them.
I know. It's like a
Looks great.
future toothbrush.
And
You
it
just stick
reminds
on
you to
there.
brush your teeth.
Yeah,
'cause it's
yeah.
just
And it looks
there.
cool on the mirror. It really does.
It does look cool. Look at us gush. This declutters your sink or cabinet and makes traveling with an electric toothbrush even easier. Quip doesn't require a clunky charger and runs for 3 months on one charge, which is insanity. Can we get that battery for everything?
I know. Serious.
The brush heads are automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended
Which I
schedule
love.
every 3 months for just 5 bones. Why? 3 out of 4 of us use bristles that are old, worn out, or ineffective. Quip is one of the first electric toothbrushes accepted by the American Dental Association and has thousands of verified 5-star reviews.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yes, you do, baby. So say what you love about Quip is what it says to me. I think we did. We said a lot about
Of course.
what we love
Yeah.
about
We
Quip.
we
We use it.
It's the only thing that is consistently in my mouth every day.
Yeah, man. I made the switch from our insurance, not to get too personal. Our insurance also gives us free electric toothbrushes, and that thing's in the garbage.
No, it's bad
Because
news.
I have a Quip.
Nothing's better than Quip.
There we go. It's backed by over 20,000 dental professionals. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/valley right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/valley.
Nice work, Joe.
Steven.
Yeah.
Speaking of teeth, let me hand you that phone and you go into that one last
Oh my goodness.
segued ad read to
What do we have
Candid.
here? Oh, let me do this. Do I have an email?
Guys, we're going to make love to your ears and your mouth on this podcast.
Oh, this is good.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's fun. That's fun.
Hey guys, have you ever had problems with your teeth that you've always wanted to get fixed? I have an option that can help. You won't need to go through the hassle or long-term treatment of wire braces, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home.
Dang.
It's this new company called Candid. Now, buckle up, Joe. Here's the scoop.
Click.
Candid is helping people gain confidence through accessible and affordable orthodontic care. Candid makes the process of straightening your teeth convenient and easy by having the customer take the process into their own hands. And even though the customer is taking the process into their own hands, Candid's network of highly trained orthodontists review each and every case and directs the entire aligner plan.
Well, god dang.
Guys, you can focus on straighter and brighter teeth in an average of 6 months and costs 65% less than braces.
That's significant.
That's very significant. Each aligner purchase includes Candid's premium whitener. Everything you need to take molds of your teeth from home is delivered to your home. White glove customer service in addition to email and phone support. Candid will set up a video call with you to answer any questions you have and to walk you through the modeling process.
That's top-notch customer service.
Candid only uses experienced orthodontists, never general dentists. So here's the details, guys. Candid makes custom clear aligners that are sent directly to your home. Each treatment plan is customized specifically for your needs to help you straighten your teeth. These aligners can fix crooked teeth, crowding, and gaps. The first step is to purchase their starter kit, which will be sent to your home so you can take impressions of your teeth, and that kit retails for $95.
That sounds like a good time.
An orthodontist licensed in your state reviews your specific case and creates a 3D preview of what your treatment and final results will look like. Once you see your 3D preview, it's completely up to you if you want to move forward with your clear aligner treatment plan. Having a real orthodontist is the main reason you'll love Candid. Other companies use dental professionals, whatever that means. Seriously, it could be anybody. You can also talk to a real person at any time if you have questions. Candid's treatment time is an average of 6 months and will literally save you thousands compared to the other guys. So guys, you're just one step away from getting straighter, whiter teeth. Take advantage of Candid's risk-free starter kit guarantee. Plus, when you use our dedicated link, candidco.com/valleycast, you'll save 50% on your modeling kit. That's candidco.com/valleycast to get 50% off the price of your modeling kit. candidco.com/valleycast.
Do it for your mouth. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors today. What you should do is get that Candid Co. Straighten those teeth. Keep them clean with the Quip. Make a website about your clean teeth with Squarespace.
Your journey, yeah.
Make sure you're able to do that by using your kick-ass Wi-Fi from Eero.com.
Thank you guys for this moment within the podcast for some ads, and now back to the main show. Elliot?
My throat hurts a lot. I don't know what's going on.
Do you want my vodka? I can give you some
I
vodka.
have these really
Vodka?
nice natural lozenges.
Wait, hold up. Wait,
I
Oh,
don't have any vodka
Nick,
left.
do you have anything that you'd like to talk about today? Coming into our world, do you have anything? What's on your mind? Any interesting?
What's on my
You just
mind?
moved to LA.
I just moved to LA. Yeah, that's a thing that I did.
Stupid
Is your-
mic
what's going
cord.
on there?
Oh,
Yeah.
what's
We're
going
going to
on?
need to get you a new wire.
Yeah, man.
I think what we did is we got some bad wires.
we can literally talk
the
about
wire.
anything. Nick.
Oh,
I've
anything.
been watching a show. I'm just gonna blow through this.
Please do.
I'm watching a show called Married at First Sight.
Is it Australian?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it Australian or the
No,
British version?
but
heard that's-
everyone told me that I need to watch the Australian
What's the
version.
Australian version?
Okay,
My
so
mum and my sister-in-law are absolutely obsessed.
I'm pretty obsessed with the show. It's for those who don't know, the idea is that strangers decide they want to get married. They're going to marry a stranger, and they talk to
Oh,
a bunch of
yeah.
experts.
It's a blind date, but the date is a wedding.
Exactly. And they
But
they haven't seen their spouse.
Yeah.
And they sit down with a psychologist, a sex expert, and like a spiritual person, or like a pastor or somebody, and they explain what their ideal partner is. And then they take all these things and they find people, base them on their compatibility, and then they get married.
It's
Over
insane.
after
Yeah,
that,
I don't like it.
Wait for this. After they get married, it follows them as they go on their honeymoon, and then they move in together. They meet each other's families, they meet each other's friends, and at the end of 6 weeks, they decide whether or not they actually want to stay married. And if they don't, they go to the TV person and they go, "We don't want to be married," or they go individually. So each person has to say yes.
Oh, my God.
So,
So you
sometimes
don't- what
when
if
somebody
somebody
says
says
yes,
yes?
somebody
Oh,
says
no.
no.
Yep.
I haven't gotten to this part. Apparently, it's next week. But apparently, it's fantastic.
It's
And
awesome.
if they decide to get a divorce, it's the show pays for it. Everything's good. Everything goes
Yeah,
back
they
to
take
normal.
care of it legally and everything. Yeah.
Many
I
of
didn't
the
know that.
couples haven't had sex. Many of the couples have had sex like once or twice. It is bonkers,
It's
and
bonkers,
it
yeah.
has the highest success rate of couples actually staying together. Like, so as a result, the people who apply to the show typically are actually seeking a spouse, and so most of them have a vested interest in making it work.
So it's Match.com or the reality show.
The TV
And it's
show.
also
Yeah.
it's also arranged. It's arranged marriage, and so they pitch little things like a social experiment or whatever, and it kind of does feel that way a little bit because these people are getting to know each other in real time. Anyway, it's very fun, and I highly recommend
Can
it.
I
And
just say-
there's also a girl in it who looks remarkably like Lee, and it's very funny,
Whoa,
and she's in a
weird.
tragic.
Is this the British version?
This is the American version I've been
There's an
watching.
American version?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
There's a British version.
Can
and
I
an
It should be
just
called the
say-
Pittsburgh
Welcome
version,
to
but
the
yeah, it's the
States.
American version.
As
It's like
much-
Philly people.
As much as we talk about how ridiculous this concept is and how like the novelty alone of the unknown and these people meeting each other for the first time and getting married, they are seeing each other for the first time in their wedding outfits,
Yes.
Yeah.
walking down the aisle
Yes.
to get married.
That's when they see. So
That's when they see each other.
Do they say their own vows, or do they just say "I do"?
I actually missed the first.
Yeah, I think they do.
episode,
I think
so-
they say
do
vows.
Probably, I mean, it's probably like a very they have
Yeah,
the
I
right
think-
to run, but it's like generals like, I'll like you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because imagine if the first thing you heard out of somebody's mouth was "I do."
Dude, the craziest
It might
thing,
be. I think the might.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think there's
Oh,
vows.
okay,
I think
what
there's
you're saying.
vows.
the
but
craziest thing is
I
that
could be
like
very wrong.
imagine just standing out there and you're like waiting for your wife to come out and you're like, I don't know who she is.
Dude, and some of them are like not attract. Like
Yeah.
there's this one couple who the guy like she looks like Lee from Sourceside, just blonde and not pink hair. But then there's this guy who
Sourceside.
clearly he doesn't like her, and he's like trying to save face for the camera, and it's completely fascinating, and I've grown to really despise this person on like a really legitimate level because I think he's being so incredibly terrible unless he's under duress and the producers are making him do it. But he just seems so miserable. And then she is like talking to the sex expert. She's like, he told me not to tell this to you guys.
Oh, no,
But
I
after we
can't.
have sex, he goes into the bathroom and he doesn't talk to me for hours.
Oh
And he
my God.
And I was like, that's like psychological abuse. I was like, how is this guy not just like putting this girl out of her misery? And it's
Dude, at
I'm
that
in
point,
deep.
Wow.
at that point, because it comes down, it really in the episodes they have the experts that like chose the contestants,
Right.
Expert.
Like they have them
Yeah.
they have them meet with these people and talk to them individually together and things like that. And it ultimately kind of comes down to them when it's like backfiring big time. Because you're looking at these people and they're like, you guys were responsible for this. You were supposed to
Yeah.
match together people that were
Yep.
perfect for each other. And this is like not working. And
they're-
like,
yeah,
what's.
they're awful together.
Yeah. And they kind of have to like sit in their own shit that they fucked up or whatever.
And there's been other instances where it starts out like that, and then they're like, no, just like keep it like try it out,
Yeah.
and they end up. Those are the ones who have like a kid now, and they're like doing great.
Yes.
And then you figure like there is the statistic that like arranged marriages are more statistically successful than non-arranged marriages. I don't know if that's because of the culture or the fact that if it factors in like happiness and all that stuff. But this is basically just filming arranged marriages and then seeing what happens.
That's crazy. And
Is that your phone?
That is my phone.
What's
For the call. Sorry,
what's,
thank you.
what's really interesting about that is when you brought it up. You know when like somebody starts talking about like something that you're good at, like
Marriage.
we're going around, we're gonna go play some softball, and then you get all proud and you
Yeah.
cross your arms over your chest. And like, yeah, I know softball. Nick just did that right next to me when you brought up that show about the Australian version. So now I want to know how crazy
Yeah,
the
yeah, I do
Australian
too.
version is.
Oh, is the
I did
Australian
exactly
version
Because
crazier?
when I tweeted or
He took so much pride in it. He was like, "Yeah, I know."
Because I saw Grace's post.
Yes.
That
And
said you're
everyone-
watching Married at First Sight. I was like, oh my goodness.
Did you see the replies? There's like several that were like, you have to watch the Australian
It's
version.
incredible. I think it's popular here. Like the Australian version is
Well, how do you
popular
watch
here.
it? Like on Hulu or something? Or people are just like illegally downloading it or
No,
something?
I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon. Amazon would be my guess.
Yeah, maybe
Probably
Amazon.
Amazon. But yeah, so it's basically because I think it is slightly scripted,
Oh no.
Well, a lot of
Australia,
reality.
and I'll
Or-
tell you the reason.
Australia
why.
or both of them?
I
No.
assume it's both because it's.
Oh, no.
But
It-
it's
it
the
has to
Australian.
be
But the
scripted.
Australian one.
I held
Now
a,
it all makes
Do it
I
sense.
held a
Circle.
ghost over here.
So we're basically. It's basically.
My hand is burning. My arm is burning.
Well, I need it lower.
My arm is
arm
burning.
hurts.
Steve,
I need it lower.
putting my hand into a candle.
One of the like bombshells of the first season. I think it was the first or second season of Married at First Sight
You're gonna ruin the show for me. I can tell.
in Australia. One of the bombshells was like an ex of one of the people like came into the house.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge, but I recognized the person who came in.
You seen
as
him
the
at
ex from
auditions?
a workshop, yeah,
Oh no.
from a
From an
acting
acting
class, yeah,
Oh no. That's
Oh,
a
wow.
coincidence. That's all that is.
yeah. Which
That's
it made me
Actors
feel,
need love too.
That's what sort of made me sort of leave and not have any interest in it. But
Leave
if
Australia
that
in general?
was
I'm here. Bloody
I'd be like,
maths.
oh shit,
Wow.
leave LA now, dude. Something's gonna fuck you up real bad.
yeah, I was watching it last night. I was like, she's like talking into the phone, saying this really tragic thing, but it's cutting just editing wise to also showing the phone with her face, and like it's the
So she wouldn't do
exact
that.
same words, and I was like, was she saying the exact same thing twice and three times? The like actual shots, or coverage or whatever. Yeah, regardless,
I'm
it
sure
can be
there's-
scripted all
It's
at
a
once.
great show either way. Like the drama is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Um,
anxiety. I'll check it out.
I love watching other people's misfortunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, can I talk about one more thing before we
course.
get out? All right, so this morning I was, when you you hear a song from your childhood and you're like pumped about it and you get into it, right?
Yeah.
That happened to me today. So I started listening to some Incubus.
Oh, man.
Incubus came back. Still love them. I listened to their recent album 8, came out in 2017. It's got some bangers on it.
Wow.
Check it out. Now, do you remember the crossover hit they did with Big Pun, I Don't Want to Be a Player No More?
Mm-mm.
So they did this for an album called This Rocks, I think is what it was called, or something like that. It was rappers and like new metal combined to make songs together,
Okay.
right?
What
so I listened to
what
that.
street are you taking us down?
So then
There
I
we
went
go, man.
and I listened to the normal version of I Don't Want to Be a Player No More with Joe and Big Punisher. And I just want to talk about a lyric that really stuck out to me.
I'm excited.
So let me just give you this verse really quick, and then
Great.
I'll stop after the lyric.
Okay, great.
Hey, yo, I'm still not a player, but you still a hater. Elevator to the top, haha. See you later, I'm gone. Penthouse suite, penthouse freaks, in-house beach, French countess, 10,000 piece, rent out lease with an option to buy, copping a 5, Benz for when I'm not far up in the sky. Puffing the lie from my twinzito up in the Benzito with my Kiko from Queens, nicknamed Perico. Now back to the PAs and wearing PJs. Now we're reaching peak age, running trains for 3 days. Who want to ride? It won't cost you $1, whether soft or harder. Of course, you're still gonna holla. My, I'm big, huh? I rip my prick through your hooters. I'm sick. You couldn't measure my dick with 6 rulers. Can we talk about that? You couldn't measure my dick with 6 rulers. How big is this dick?
Well, you don't have enough arms. You
You
can't
scared
hold all
Nick.
those rulers
Nick's gone,
together.
Nick, how big is this 6 ruler dick?
Well, let's bring in ET really
My
quick.
mother's gonna watch this. Oh my goodness!
I know.
But I
No,
love
it's
it all the
about.
same.
It's
That's a
about,
good rhyme, but good lord.
No, it's about somebody who hasn't just bought a tape measure.
6 rulers.
If you have 6 rulers,
That's
you
a good
should have
point.
a tape
Why
measure.
would
I
you
mean,
have-
it's. Can I just be
Oh,
honest?
This guy is sick.
I mean, no, I think he's what we would call a braggart, and
A hooligan, maybe.
maybe yeah. And
None
I think,
of this is
and perhaps
hyperbole. This is all fact.
I don't think it is.
What inspired you?
Do you think he has an indoor beach in his penthouse?
Is it kind of fun to listen to when you listen to it?
Oh, it's a
kinda
great
fun?
song.
Really?
But you couldn't measure my dick with 6 rulers.
Do you think he has?
is insane.
do you think?
Let's get Nick's mom on the line.
Do you think? Let's call her and see what she
Hey,
thinks.
Chill answer.
Do you think? Wait. He said he had an
related
indoor.
with the
He said he had an indoor beach in his penthouse. And you're gonna believe that he needs 6 rulers to measure his phallus?
oh man.
It's a good point.
No man has a beach, indoor beach.
Put a little sand, put a little water, it's a little indoor beach.
Oh no, that's not an indoor beach. You can't have just like 5 feet of sand.
Go to sand
Put a little
castle.
sand, put a little puddle.
I mean,
add the
who wants
terror
a
of the
beach?
ocean. Got yourself. A
Nobody
beach.
wants a
I
beach
can't
indoors.
wait.
The
Then I have
ocean's
a-
terrifying.
I'll
Just a
have an
glass of
indoor
water and a
beach then.
sandcastle.
We should all have indoor beaches.
Ah, well.
This
One
is our
day, man.
company. That's fair.
Keep growing that Patreon.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Let's not waste any more of Nick's time.
I love
Oh,
from butter
you
pecan.
never waste my time. Steve
Aw,
Zaragoza.
you're such a sweetheart.
To
Nick.
black
Nick,
berry
I
molasses.
I do want to.
Good to see-
I do want to shout out
I don't
some.
discriminate.
Because I've never been on YouTube before.
I regulate every
Wow,
shade
this
of
is your
grass.
first time
And
on
this was my
YouTube.
first podcast.
Holy shit!
No
Wow.
way.
So there's a couple-
I'm so sorry we talked
is-
so long about Total Recall.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. That's
can't
exactly
go
how
back
I
and-
thought my first time would be.
Yeah, shout out to all day.
So it's basically it's just channels that I've always
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Do it.
loved.
Dude, one day when you're winning an Oscar and you're on TV, I am going to tweet out a photo of you and go, this motherfucker went on our podcast for the first time. We were his first podcast.
Give us our Oscar.
I'm going to feel so proud of you.
Oh, you're gonna make me leak.
Oh, don't leak here.
I'll leak all over you.
Aw, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Anyway, so
Did you guys tell him I'm into golden showers?
Let's listen to Nick talk.
So there's
Nick's mom's listening to this.
there's a channel. This is based on what we were talking about before. It's a channel who does, I can't remember the name of the channel, but the series is called Kill Count. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up. Hold
So
on. Here.
see if you can find the channel. So basically, it's this fella, and I think it's just him, where he basically takes horror movies and
Yes, I've seen
counts
that.
the kills and like shows the kills and like rates the kills and stuff like that.
Wow.
And that's the only way I watch horror movies.
I watched
I've
that
watched
too.
I've watched all the Saw movies through him.
Through his videos.
Right.
Is it Dead Meat?
Wow.
But have you actually
Dead Meat.
seen the
Dead Meat
movies?
is the channel. I've never seen any of the movies. The only movies I've seen.
This
the
is how
only
you
horror-
learn about
This
the
is how I
movies.
sort of I get the gist of the movie.
Are there
and
clips
Cool.
in the
Yeah,
videos?
but
Clips, the whole
Yeah.
the whole movie. Like it's
Wow, what
It
a
did-
that's a service he's doing for this.
it's incredible.
He
He
did-
did one for it.
You know the
That's what
subreddit
maybe
Data
say.
is Beautiful? It seems like something that would be on Data is Beautiful or Data is
Ooh,
Beautiful.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, I mean that because I love statistics.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Does
Fun,
he
statistics
yeah.
is my
know?
favorite
Does
thing.
he know that that's what you that you watch his stuff?
No, I mean, I don't know. I
This
probably
guy
don't give a
is
shit.
swimming
But,
in hits.
yeah, he's making a lot of views every because it's just very good
Yeah.
content. He basically because he has like a blurb at the start saying that he doesn't own these movies.
Yeah.
because he got in trouble a couple times.
Saying because he used to start
'Cause
out. I own these
Saying
movies.
I own-
Right.
yeah, he
Yeah.
had to stop saying that.
I made these movies. These movies are mine.
Universal said
You're
to
welcome.
cease
Enjoy
and
my video. F off.
desist. Steven Spielberg sent him a handwritten letter. Please stop saying you own my movies.
That's literally so he just shows like clips of the movie. He basically goes through the whole movie, and it's all the important bits.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm
Wow,
check this
that's
out.
wonderful.
Yeah.
But also the kills, and like he goes at the end, like how many men were killed compared to women, and like does like a pie chart.
But in that you see scary stuff too. Is that okay?
That's all
That's
I'm
the
okay
barometer
with. That's
of the-
all I'm okay with. Because
Okay.
if I sit in a dark room,
You don't like
Yeah.
that
It has to-
tension, that build
it has
up.
to be daytime for me to watch a kill count video.
right.
It
That
has to be
makes sense.
daytime, and it has to be bright, and it has to
This
be.
is like my girlfriend.
and I have to be with another human being.
Yeah, this is my girlfriend. Alana cannot watch a horror movie.
Me and
in the
Alana
nighttime.
can just hang at any time.
Yeah, well, we'll just watch horror movies in the daytime when we watch them.
Got it, got
Oh,
it.
good.
With you, Nick.
Good. I'll
Good
come over.
shout out, Nick.
Yeah, it's a good shout out.
Good shout out.
Then
What else you
the
got?
only one more, which is completely unrelated. There's a, but it's because it's.
The Valley Vote. Patreon.com/the
Um,
Philip DeFranco Show.
These sounds like the voices inside my head. Whoa. So it's a sketch channel, but it's an Australian sketch channel, which is rare. And I bring this up because you guys are very similar to them in the same way comedy.
Chris Lilly is the only funny Australian ever.
You need to watch a channel. Absolutely, fuck you.
Absolutely fuck you. What a good phrase. Absolutely fuck
I
you.
know exactly what to say. Then.
So there's this channel. The name is Auntie Donna.
A-R-T.
Auntie Donna. Auntie Donna. So it's an Australian sketch channel. These three guys, and I'm blanking on their names: Mark, Zach, and Broden.
I've been told about these guys.
Mark, Zach,
Yep.
and Broden, and they are
Cool.
freaking fantastic.
Oh, I can't wait.
and they're
Yeah.
you guys in a nutshell. So the people who watch this
They're
podcast,
older, ugly folk like us.
Yes.
Oh, thank God, more olds.
But I love them to bits. Every single video that comes out, it just makes me so happy. The people who watch The Valley Folk will love Auntie Donna.
Oh, wow, I can't
Search
wait.
them up. You will love them.
Cool.
I'll show you a video after this.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
My favorite people on YouTube, apart from The Valley Folk.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's a wonderful plug.
I have
Nice
seen
work.
some of this stuff. It's good stuff.
It's very good
Yep.
stuff.
We actually
yeah.
we have time for one more plug, guys.
Oh.
This is a Patreon perk, part of our Patreon perks.
yay.
Our highest tier has the option that if you would like to, we can shout out certain projects of yours, and we're doing that right now. And if you would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk because that's how we're able to do all this fun stuff all the time and talk to Nick about horror movies for
Let me
a long
write
time.
that down.
Where
Patreon.
It
What was
Too
that
is
link again?
premiering.
It
Yeah.
too.
Did
yes.
you say Patreon? What was it?
Patreon.com/thevalleyfolk. So
Patreon.com.
Switch. This particular project creative endeavor comes from Alex Krups or Krups. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, Alex, either one. And he says Switch to Black is a Canadian-based high-energy rock trio playing their own brand of grunge/punk rock, if you guys happen to enjoy music.
Cool.
Influenced by bands like Nirvana, Queens of the Stone Age, and Green Day. Switch to Black started in 2012, and they've since released 2 EPs. That's cool. Nascent Noise in 2015 and Switch to Black in 2017. I like when the self-titled comes after the not self-titled. That's fun. Their music is available on Spotify, iTunes, and Bandcamp. And if you want to check them out, try listening to The New LA or I Know What You Did Last Summer. Thank you for your time. That's from Alex, who is also a Valleycast and Valley Folk listener and supporter. And thank you
Yeah, guys,
to
check it
him,
out.
and thank you to also all of
Yeah,
our
that's a big
patrons.
round of applause.
What's the name of the band again?
Switch to Black.
Switch to Black.
Available
Switch
on
to Black.
Spotify.
Cool. I'll check it out. I will listen to it on my walk home today.
Lovely.
It's such a lovely walk.
It is such a lovely walk.
It's a lovely weather.
It's a beautiful day.
See all the we're having as well. All the
Absolutely.
butterflies. They're so beautiful. I think they're
Butterflies
Painted ladies, I think is what they're called. And they're
Anyway,
actually
thank you.
ladies right
Measure my
now.
dick with 6 rulers.
You couldn't measure my dick with 6 rulers.
All right.
You couldn't.
It's an excessive amount of rulers.
So we cut like a while ago, right?
Yeah, 45
Thank you,
minutes
Nick,
ago.
for being on the podcast. We love you so much.
Yay!
We've
Thank
got to
you
have
very
you back
much.
100 million times.
Oh, can we all the time?
Yes, please.
I'll be the new lead.
Actually, whenever one of us can't do it, will you just come in for us?
Yeah.
Great,
Great.
perfect.
Hell yeah.
See you next
Open
week. I'm
invite.
taking
Come
Thursday
That's
off.
legally
Cool.
binding.
Sweet.
Bye, everybody.
Great. Bye.